We're playing GM mode.
But with a twist.
Yes, indeed, a twist. But we'll talk about the twist when we get there. Right now, we need to worry about skipping Stephanie because I do not care that I am a general manager of the greatest sports entertainment company in the world. All right, first things first. Who gets the first draft pick?
Well, there's only one way to decide.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right.
Do you want first or second?
Obviously, I went first.
All right. Thought I'd ask.
Gotta go with GM Quinn right here. And I'm gonna go with SmackDown.
Figured you would. All right, give me that. Human, and it's none of those. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to GM Thompson for the Raw brand.
Is there a particular reason you went with Raw?
Because I get the This Is War card and I get to fuck you over. That's really why. If you really want to know, that's why.
Well,
I thought about going NXT, but I went with Raw because I get to fuck you over.
I just like blue.
Alright.
SmackDown.
Normal difficulty, 15 weeks. That's right, we're not doing this for a year. We need to get paid before we do that.
Yeah.
Draft pool. We have a custom EWS draft pool. And
That's where the twist comes.
that is where the twist comes in. And you'll see the twist in the draft. Now, if you've never played GM mode before, it's like two battling shows going up against each other trying to see who has the better show. The twist we've done is we've taken EWS characters and personalities and put them in the game. That way we can draft us.
Yeah.
Now, explain the rules for the people.
Each GM will start with a budget of $2,750,000. GMs will take turns drafting back and forth, starting with player 1, which would be me.
Yeah,
Haha, I got the first pick. There'll be 8 rounds of drafting. After the 8 rounds, you can draft more if you want to. It's optional until you run out of a budget to draft more people.
And
then
we don't care about the
six,
recommendations.
because we know what we're doing.
There's another rule that's been added into this. Because we have the EWS people in there, there's only 16 characters. Most likely 13 of them will show up in the draft. I've been doing some trial runs. That seems to be how it works. We have to draft EWS people first. You cannot touch any WWE superstar until you've drafted every EWS person on the roster.
So you're telling me I'm not allowed to pick Otis?
Not allowed to pick Otis
Okay.
until you pick Chris Quinn.
Gotcha.
Not allowed to pick Jeff Hardy until you pick CT Flash.
Gotcha. Okay.
Once we've done that, we can start drafting who we want. But first things first, this is EWS GM mode. You have to pick EWS people.
The main staple of this is EWS Superstars.
And without further ado, sir, I will relinquish this to you. Go ahead and make your first pick.
Alright. Well,
Can't do any of them.
unfortunately. But I think I got an advantage here with the first pick.
Let's take a look at who we got first before we do any of that.
Garcia.
Good old
Yeah.
classic Latino Hulk.
And then you got,
Pedro Gordo.
I think Pedro Gordo is a sleeper pick.
An underrated individual in EWS history. Not a lot of people talk about him. He only appeared once. That's the thing. We don't have 16 people that are running around EWS all the time. There's a couple deep cuts in there. There's a couple people who've only been on the show once. There's a couple people who have been on the show twice. There's a couple people that have been in the background. But everybody that we are drafting has been in EWS.
At least on the channel once.
One time. At least.
Like this guy.
Like Jay White, baby. Leader of the Bullet Club, Jay White, appeared in EWS for life, called out Scarface, called him a bitch. Good job, Jay. Too sweet.
Only makes sense.
So he's in EWS.
And I feel like it's kind of right to pick Jay White first.
If that's what you want to do, go ahead. I'm not
But
stopping.
I feel like it's a kind of a cop-out.
He's part of the EWS roster. Now that guy,
I feel like
that is a fantastic pick, and I would suggest it.
this could be the way to go. And most likely is, but Let's look over some of the other options.
Okay.
This guy. Yeah, no. Just, I'm sorry, my friend. No.
I don't want to talk about it.
And then Pedro Skinno. Doso.
You want to tell? No, that's not Doso. That's Uno.
Oh, that's Uno?
That's Uno.
Oh, Doso was the one with the orange man.
Yes. Do you want to tell the people what Pedro Skinno did to you?
He cost me not only a shot at an EWS championship, but a TV.
I still don't understand how you did that.
A little bit of anger. Just toss the Roku remote at the television.
If you don't know, EWS Final Destination, myself and Mr. Quinn here had a match.
And it was a banger of a match.
Banger of a match. Got to the end of it. Now, he'll argue that he was about to win, but I'd say I was going to kick out.
I planted you on your head with DDT.
We can discuss the details later, but referee Pedro Skinno revealed himself to be Wicked H.
Ginger.
In the moment, Chris was pissed. And then months later...
I was still pissed.
Yeah. He watched the match back and threw a controller.
While calling him a stupid ginger, which he is. Anyways. Wicked H. My good pal, your good pal.
I've never seen this person in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've met him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good pal. Just a wholesome human being. Really just... He thanks everybody for everything. Former Anarchy champion.
Former Anarchy champion. That is true. What is this?
Well, obviously we have.
Moving on.
Anyways, Hef.
Yeah, Hef.
One-time appearance.
One-time appearance.
Joseph Thompson's manager.
Yes.
I remember that day like it was yesterday.
And this guy.
Debuted the same night as
Oh, I'm not talking about R-Truth. I'm talking about Wicked H.
No, I'm talking about Hef.
Oh, Hef. Okay.
Hef debuted the same night as
Pedro Gordo. Yes.
Yeah, Pedro Gordo. And then we got.
What a guy.
Can we just talk about these two?
I mean, what's there to talk about? One is a clown, and the other is a cripple.
Those crutches. He's still got them to this day.
I still don't know how he got Return of the Year, but we're not going to talk about it.
For some reason, the people like him.
I don't get it. I don't see the appeal.
Yeah. And I think
there's one more.
Is there? Skinno Doso.
Pedro Skinno Doso.
See, this is the one I like.
Yes, everybody loves Pedro Skinno Doso.
He's a good guy.
Yes, shortly after Pedro Skinno was revealed to be Wicked H, Pedro Skinno Doso showed up, and everything was fine. All was right in the world.
I believe he refereed a match between you and Joseph, correct?
Refereed a match between me and Joseph. I think he also refereed a match between you and Joseph.
Yeah, and that's the one where I didn't lose, I believe.
You didn't lose. That's it. I mean...
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Alright, go ahead and make your first pick, Blue Boy.
Well, I believe it's a very clear and obvious pick. I'm going to skip out on Jay White.
Okay.
And as much as it doesn't really pain me because you're my good friend, but you are the most decorated competitor here in EWS.
That is true.
Many title reigns.
That is a fact.
Many wins.
If you've watched Jeopardy EWS, you would know that. Go check out the Andrew Thompson Anti-Christmas Party right now.
Hell of a video. It's obvious. You are the best.
Yeah,
superstar.
I don't know why my popularity is so low.
I think it's just a 2K thing.
I won Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah,
I won Wrestler. You voted for me to be Wrestler of the Year.
I think I voted for you to be Wrestler of the Year.
I also voted for myself, but the people voted for me to be Wrestler of the Year.
And
I had over half of the votes.
Yeah.
There's like 25 votes. That's like at least 16 people.
Yeah.
I don't know if that math's right, but something like that.
So, it's pretty obvious. You gotta go Andrew Thompson.
Oh, you took me. Swept my feet out from under
I
me.
feel like it'd be wrong if you were to have to book yourself.
You probably saved me some hassle there. Notably, you're not on this list.
That's true.
You're not on this list. Which is something that I said. Not everybody's going to be here.
Yeah.
Hopefully they show up in the free agent pool. That's the only thing I can hope for.
I know if I do. I know where I will be hitting.
I'm going to make a controversial pick. I'm going to go with Crip Boy. Mr. California Love himself.
California.
CT Flash. We're going to get copyrighted if we do that too much. Please don't.
As long as I don't sing like the majority of the song, I think it'll be alright. And I think you left me with a good option here.
Did I?
The best and longest rivalry in all of EWS.
Ooh.
It's pretty self-explanatory. Andrew Thompson, Wicked H.
I guess I didn't think that one through too much. Alright.
They were in the first EWS match. Still going to this day.
Well, I think now I need to make a choice. And I'm going to invest in the future. You've got the old EWS guard. You've got Andrew Thompson. You've got Wicked H. I've got CT Flash. And the one and only
Garcia.
Latino Hulk.
Okay.
Garcia.
So Deceive gets
See, split up, yep.
split up
And Chris Quinn is somewhere.
in another universe. Although I'm here, but I'm not here. You know,
You're here, but you're not here.
it's complicated.
It's complicated.
Joseph Thompson isn't here either.
Not here either, nope.
See, that would be my next pick.
Pops
If he was
also
here.
not here.
But I think I gotta go.
I have no idea who that is.
You know, this guy.
He's wearing an EWS shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got one.
I don't think
we
we'll
don't
ever
sell
know.
merch.
I don't think we'll ever know who he is, but you know, I just tend to call him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think what I'm gonna do here is bring in who I'm gonna try to make my up and coming superstar. I'm bringing in Hef.
You putting all the money on him?
I'm putting the money on Hef.
All right. See how that works out. Well, like I said, investing in the future. And the future of EWS is Wicked A.
I met the guy, and I can agree with you.
I mean, if you look at the record books, I'm pretty sure Wicked A has like a 30-second victory over Chris Quinn.
Some would say it was a fluke victory.
It looked like he dropped you with just a poke, dude. That's what it looked like to me.
I can't really remember.
Go watch Deceased Holiday Hullabaloo. Tell me what you think.
All I know is it was a good song.
You can't pick The Undertaker.
I don't want The Undertaker because I can take Jay White.
All right.
Current IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
I don't know if that's going to be true when this video
When
comes
this
out.
comes out, because, yeah.
We're recording this on New Year's Day. Happy New Year, everybody. Wrestle Kingdom has not happened yet.
What is it like?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, so 3 days away.
Yes. Oh, how I wish Chad Gable was in EWS. The matches I could have.
Shoes, please.
I'm gonna go with the Antichrist.
You can have them.
I'm gonna take him, and I'm gonna turn him into a star. People didn't like him at first. I know you guys didn't like him. I didn't like him either. But the Antichrist, that's money. Controversy makes money. Maybe.
See, now we're getting down to, you know,
The people who nobody wants.
no. Because there's a guy I want.
Oh, yeah?
I have a certain connection to this man.
Oh.
Pedro Gordo.
So, little did you know, Pedro Gordo used to be a giant, famous luchador in the Mexican circuit.
Yeah. Turned referee.
Well, he got old. That's
Yeah.
what happened. And he moved up to our area, and we were shopping one day, and we bumped into him, and we were like, hey,
He had that same blue mask on.
He did have the mask on. Don't lie to the people. He didn't have the mask on. He was in public.
What are we talking about? Luchadors wear the mask everywhere, right?
Were you even there? I think I was at Harbor Freight. I was in the tool section of Harbor Freight. It's a tool store. I was in the tool section. And I bumped into this man. And I started looking at him. And I was like, hey, I've seen that tattoo before. And he said, no, you haven't. And I went, you're Pedro Gordo, aren't you? And he said, yeah. And that's when I got him to be a referee. Because we don't need some fat slob who used to be a luchador wrestling in our show. No, he's a wannabe has-been of a luchador. So we put him in the stripes and we sent him out there. That's what happened. All right.
You sort of put him in the stripes.
Exactly.
Because if you go back and watch, I think it was his shirt was a size too small.
Maybe. But that just goes to show you that if you can't wear the stripes, he'd be looking at the lights.
You're not wrong. But in this instance, I'm going with legends all over my roster, besides for Hef.
All right.
I gotta go with Pedro Gordo.
See what happens when he dies in the ring because he's so old. Well, if you ask me, I'm gonna go with the better version. Pedro Skinno.
You know,
Pedro Gordo is Pedro Skinno's cousin. They grew up together. But they've always fought over the Pedro name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. See, Pedro Skinno is still in shape. Pedro Skinno is still a banging luchador.
Did you also meet him at Harbor Freight?
I also met him at Harbor Freight. He was...
Different time or same
No,
time?
same time he was in the aisle over. Yeah, I bumped into him. I saw he's got a tattoo of a cross on his wrist. And I was like, oh, I've seen that tattoo as well. And I put two and two together. I said, I just met Pedro Gordo. Holy shit, this is Pedro Skinno. And Pedro Skinno was like, don't tell anybody, please. I'll tell anybody. But then, we brought him in to be a ref. But at some point, Wicked H attacked him, I guess, and took his mask. I got Pedro Skinno.
So that's not Wicked H.
That's not Wicked H. That is Pedro Skinno.
That's the real Pedro Skinno.
The original that we've hired.
That we met at, well, you met.
I met at Harbor Freight, yes.
Well,
I think we have two options left.
Unfortunately, I can't put Gordo against Skinno.
No, you cannot, because I stole him.
But there's another family member within.
The son of Skinno?
The son of Skinno.
The more popular.
Yes.
Skinno Doso.
Now, I met Skinno Doso.
Yes, I remember this.
Not at Harbor Freight, but at Lowe's.
At Lowe's, yeah.
And for some reason, it was really weird. He was standing on top of the shelves, kind of just in a stance, you know? And
what shelves? Was he in like the plumbing section?
No, it was like the cabinets and stuff.
Oh, the cabinets, okay.
And
was he hiding in the cabinet? Because that would have been dope.
No, he couldn't fit.
Oh, okay.
But he just came jumping out, and he's like, I'm Skinno Doso.
Yeah, who's that jumping out the sky? SKINNODOSO.
Yes. And said, hey, we got a show, we need a ref. Skinno Doso. Come on. Didn't really ask him about his tattoos. I don't even know.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has any.
I think he might have a matching one with his dad. I think he might have copied his dad's tattoo. I'm not entirely sure.
See, the reason I knew it was Skinno Doso is because he just wearing the mask.
He was wearing the mask in the Lowe's. Well, see, he's still a young luchador. He hasn't lost a match in a mask versus match. A mask versus mask match yet. So yeah. If you want to pick Skinno Doso, go right ahead.
See,
my introduction to Skinno Doso, we shared a Subway sandwich. I'll put in a picture of that right now.
Did. I can go with.
Could he be another Pedro? Sent by the family.
He could. I mean, heck, he could be you for all I know.
Clearly, it's not me. You've already drafted me.
It could be me. I'm not here. I don't think it fits the build, but heck, I gotta do it. So, Gordo.
I think your stamina would be much higher than 53.
Sure. I'm going with Skinner. So.
Well, I guess I have no other option.
Yeah, I mean, the identity is
The Undertaker. It was him.
It's gotta be Kane.
There.
Alright, now I get the advantage here.
Yeah, somehow it worked out that way. I thought I would get the advantage, but I don't know.
When you're bad at rock, paper, scissors, that's what you get.
Well, the rule still is only 8 people.
Yeah.
You have to stop around 8, so you get 2 people to add to your roster. Whoop-de-doo.
2 very important people. As I look at my roster here, I gotta go with we the ones. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns can't hold a candle. Actually, wait. Can we fact check how long his reign is right now? Can you Google that?
853
Damn it!
plus.
Okay, never mind. I rescind my whole conversation.
So you can't hold a candle. Great.
Alright. Yeah, 769 is less than 800. So,
Depending on how you do math.
let's see. What do I got? What do I got? What do I need?
You're missing a big guy. Besides for Garcia.
I could use a fighter. I could use a face or a heel. Oh, oh,
I didn't even pay attention.
oh, oh!
Gunther.
Darling General
We call him Walter.
is coming to Raw.
We call him Walter at these parts. Imagine that matchup. CT Flash versus Walter.
CT Flash versus Walter.
Just-
I think you might have just booked my first pay-per-view.
Do I go with the franchise?
Clearly, you need MGK.
That man's music hasn't been the same since then. Recently broke his ankle, AJ Styles.
Yeah, unfortunately. Pretty sad.
Do I go so? No, he doesn't really fit the build. Cesaro? No. I think it's very clear. Although...
I'm gonna let you make whatever decision you want to make.
I'm gonna go Cena.
All right.
Get 2 big...
I
No names
still
here.
need a fighter. And I think that fighter will be... Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the red brand, Samoa Joe.
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 He's not even in.
Alright, you can go ahead and end this thing. Look at that roster. 2 of these things do not belong. It's Wicked H and Hef.
Yeah. Because they, well, in Wicked H's case, he sucks.
Yeah.
We hit. F.
He's
I
like-
never really had a problem.
I mean, I didn't even see him. You and I, we were in the backstage arguing over why you let dumbass climb the ladder and get the title.
Yeah. He hit me with a frog splash.
You broke my arm. You fractured my elbow.
I mean, like you haven't done the same thing to me, just a little later.
That's why I did it.
We're even.
Alright, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Alright.
And in my draft, ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Raw brand as brought to you by Mr. Andrew Thompson.
That's a heck of a roster, too, man.
Look at that. 3 of these people look very alike. Just can't place my finger on it.
Yeah.
But we got Garcia.
Garcia.
Garcia's in there.
You got
Yeah.
Skiddo. You got Walter. Samoa Joe.
is gonna beat the shit out of Wicked A. Well, that's our first draft.
I think it went pretty good.
It went pretty good. You know, I got a few people that I wanted. You got most of the people I wanted, I'll be honest. But we will pick this back up next Sunday right here on EWS YouTube channel with weeks 1 and 2 of our respective 1 and 2.
Gosh.
We're gonna do 2 weeks of show.
All right.
And we will get right back into it. Check it out. While you're here, go watch old EWS matches. Go watch, what's the ones we're talking about today? Final Destination.
Yeah, how was Holiday
Hullabaloo.
Anti-Christmas Party.
Anti-Christmas Party, and Heartbreak 2021. That's your homework. Go study. Because we're going to be talking about the people in this game from those matches.
Make sure to also subscribe on the road to 500.
I didn't want to say that, but yes, subscribe. We're at like 455, so if you just get about 45 people, I'm sure you go to school with 45 people, just make them subscribe.
Hey man, I ain't afraid to promote. Like the video.
Yeah, like the video.
Share it.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at altkey74.
Don't follow me on Instagram.
Don't follow him on Instagram.
Don't.
You will not like it. He posts some twisted shit, dude. It's scary. I unfollowed you because of it.
Win!